Hello, welcome to Spirit Tribe Talks with Deborah. I'm sorry I'm late. My big computer was not working, so I had to get my laptop and then get on at the last minute. I'm so sorry about that. I was in the StreamYard, but then it wouldn't let me get on to the live. I don't know what was going on with it. I'm going to continue today with my um, Forest Fae, and I have several other with the Oracle decks that we were going over. This is the Forest Fae. Sorry, it's got that little bit of glow on it. It's a little tiny deck. This is the box it comes on. The little teeny box. Don't let the size fool you. I'm so sorry. This is not as good as my computer, but I have to make do today. This is the deck. I kind of showed it last Wednesday. It's adorable little deck. Hey, Cheyenne, how are you? I'm so sorry, Cheyenne. I was late getting on here. My computer would not let me come on live I don't know what was going on with it. I had to go get my little laptop, and I'm so stupid on this little laptop. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to work it out. I don't know why my computer started acting funny. It's been doing good, and then all of a sudden, this is the little Forest Fae. This computer here is so little, I have a hard time judging. Sorry, I missed that one. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Oh my God, let me get this in the right spot. There. Cheyenne, I loved your thing you did with the little doll deal, showing how you read the. Oh, I'm so horrible. I cannot do two things at one time. With how you read the Marseille decks. Hey, Hershey. Hershey, I'm sorry. It has been one thing after another all day long. I'm going to call you as soon as I get off of here, Hershey, and we can chat a bit. I'm so sorry. It's just been one thing after another after another. And then I go to get on here, my computer won't let me get on. My cable was giving me fits all morning. The dogs were giving me fits. I'm just going to flip through these quickly. This is such a cute little deck, and I love it. If you have any of the earthy kind of tarot decks, this makes a great little oracle deck to go with it. And it just has cute little positive sayings. This I got off Amazon. I ordered Hershey one. I think it was, no, wait, maybe it was Melina that got this one for her birthday. And I fell in love with it. I had to get myself one. I got mine off Amazon, and it wasn't very expensive. And I've been putting those in the description. The description thing, I went and linked all of the decks that I talk about and that I have. Okay, next one I'm going to talk about. This is one of my favorites. I'm a Marchetti lover. You guys know I love Marchetti. This is the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti and Hershey. I think it was Hershey and Brandy both, or maybe just Hershey bought me this for one of my, I don't know, Mother's Day or something. It's just in a little pull-up box. It has a very nice book with it. The little, this one does not come with a book, but it has the little, oh my God, get in the right spot. It has your little saying up here. So it doesn't really need a book. The Oracle of Visions has a beautiful book. It's as big as the box. And it's loaded down with really good information. I love all of Chiro's decks, for real. Me and him jive really well. And I have it on my tarot stand. I, of course, had to edge my deck. It was not edged. I edged it with the beautiful kind of rusty red that picks up the... I am so bad with this little computer. I'm so sorry, guys. There, that's better. The lighting on this stupid thing is just driving me mad. But this was a beautiful deck given to me by Hershey, and maybe Hershey and Brandy, my nieces. And it's adorable, and I read my ass off with it, and I love it. This does not really have any keywords. It's a bigger deck. I'm so sorry. Let me get it here. I hope that's okay. Does it look good? I'm telling you what, Hershey, I've caught it every which way today. My computer has been working fine, and then I came in here and it would not let me on. It got me to StreamYard, but then it wouldn't let me on. This deck is phenomenal. I love this deck. It's beautiful. It reads really intuitively for me, too. Get really good messages with this deck. Like this one. See the wolf eyes coming through the trees? Ooh. There's so much good detail in these cards, too. Was you struggling with StreamYard, Hershey? I'm telling you, I don't know what the heck was going on. Did you get to see Cheyenne's new video? It was so good. She talks about how she reads the Marseille. This is really a good deal. Cheyenne, I watched you already. Give you a thumbs up. Of course, I was on my TV. So, hey, Thomas, how are you? I could not leave a comment. But I'll go back in on my phone and do that. This one is like one of my favorites. The horse is busting up through this snow globe. This deck is really beautiful. Gives me really good intuitive hits. Have you, Hershey? I'm telling you, Mom's been sick. Mom and Dad, Liz and Jared. I had it. That snotty nose, sneezing, coughing stuff. I don't think it was COVID by any means. I thought it was just allergies at first. This is such a deep one here, too. Let me finish looking through these. Love this one. I love this one because she got the tattoos on her back. I'm going to flip through these quickly. I'm sorry. I get looking at stuff and taking too long. I know you guys don't want to. Now, I don't know what was paid for this deck. I don't even know if it's still available because it's a Chiro and he does, he only does so many and then they're gone. So I'll have to look it up when I'm done, guys, and see. I love this one with all of the photographs. This is one of my favorite decks. One of my drawn decks I use quite often. I get really good messages with it. So it is a beautiful deck. This is such a beautiful deck, and I am so blessed that my nieces love me enough they got it for me. Because I probably would have never jarred most of the money for it. Chiro decks tend to be a little expensive. So that is Oracle of Visions from Chiro Marchetti. And I wanted to go over this. This is a fairly newer one for me. And this is a humongous box. The soul cards. I don't know if anybody else uses these or not. I know there's like a soul cards 1 and 2, and this is soul cards 1. I like the 1 better. Comes with a little book like this. But everybody knows these cards are seriously empathetic reader's dream. That's the backs. They're just blue. I think you guys have seen these a lot. I'm just going to flip through them quickly, but they are not everybody likes these cards. And I'm getting a big flashback. Let me see if I can turn these. I hope you guys can see these okay. This deck is not for everybody. It gets my psyche going, so I know you guys have probably seen this a million times. I'm just going to flip through it quickly. So you just intuitively read this deck. It does have a little bit in the book, but it's deep. The deck is deep. Brings really good messages to me, so. You love the soul cards too. You got them both, Cheyenne. I seen your office, girl. That's beautiful. I watched your little tour of your tarot room. You have a beautiful tarot room. I wish I was there playing cards with you because I could stay in that little room you've got. Okay. And then another one. This was a surprise deck for me. I got it off of, this is a Hayhouse. And I got this off of Hayhouse, the sale, of course. It's just in a little tuck box. I thought, I'll give it a try. I think I paid like $8 for it or something on the sale. And that's been quite a while back, maybe a year ago or so. But this is like one of my favorite decks. And it gives me really good messages. It does have a nice little book that's written by Karen Kay. It's messages from the mermaids. It's not no humongous book, but it gives good information because it's got a picture of the card, gives you some layouts, you know. And this is the backs. And of course, I edge these. I don't think you can see it on this, but it's like in a pearly. It's like in a glossy pearly. This is the backs. And it's like seashells against a sky. This deck might be like 2 or 3 years old by now. But I love this deck too. I didn't think I would. Like I said, it's one of my surprise decks because I really just thought I'd get it and give it to one of the kids for holidays or something, birthdays, Christmas, you know. I love this card. Shows the healing, all of them, bringing the light in for healing. The deep card. So I opened this up and looked through it, and I was like, I might have to keep this deck. And I looked through the book, and then I just started playing with it a little bit. I was like, that's my deck. That's not going nowhere but here. Got all of the energy rays coming. And my beautiful place I love to go to is at the ocean. It's called Anna Marie Island that we go to. When you hear me say the beautiful place, that's what I'm talking about. Is Anna Marie Island, Florida. That's our little Zen place that we love to go to. And it's on the beach. My Revive Time place. Beautiful waters, beautiful sand, peace and quiet. You get on this little island. They have a little trolley that runs around the whole entire island, and it's free. So you can park your car and just, if you want to go into town, get something to eat, you can just walk over and, you know, we usually are maybe a block, maybe two from the trolley pickup. And the trolley takes you all around the whole entire island. You can go anywhere you need to go on the little trolley, and they are air conditioned. They're very nice. If you go when it's hot. I love to go in October. That's my time to go. But these cards are gorgeous, and they're a really good card stock. I don't like the little textury stuff on it. It's not quite as bad as some of them, but it did have a little textury thing going on. Of course, I've played with them so much now. It's got really good card stock. It's got that nice. But these sides shuffle well for me, so they're a batter deck. So I can't do them long ways, but I side shuffle these just fine. I loved your little reading space. Oh my God. I could hang there with you all day, girl. Your reading space is so zen and so beautiful. Yes, I could be there with you all day in that. Okay, I'm going to throw this little deck in because this is one that I got from Temu. I know how a lot of people feel. But I've looked all over for this deck, and the only place I see this is on Temu. So I don't know if this is one of their own decks or what. Because I like this so well, I was going to get Hershey one. of the big ones. Hershey has bigger hands, so she likes bigger decks. But I couldn't find this anywhere but on Temu. It's called the Little Yogi Happy Notes. And I'm telling you, this is just a little one that I can handle. And I have loved this little duck. It gives such positive, happy notes. This is the backs. It just has little four-leaf clovers for good luck. And then these are not fancy cards. It's thinner card stock. It's just like a little playing card. But I thought they were so cute. They just give the little message on the card. You don't need a book. But they're adorable. Some of them are sideways, like this one. And some of them are up and down. So, but they give such positive little messages. I couldn't help but fall in love with this little deck. This is a good little oracle to use with any deck. Just going to flip through it quickly. Okay, let me get that right side. See how cute they are? They're adorable. So cute. These are so cute, and they give such positive. This card I love. So good. Do you actually know how perfect you are? And it talks about perfect ears, perfect hair, perfect eyes. I love this little card. It's positive. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little blue, I can come in here and pull me a little card and I get a little laugh off of it. Get a little laugh off of it. Get that around right. Often it is the most simple things that make us the happiest. The flower, that one little flower, made his whole day. These cards are just adorable. Kelly, how are you? Um, so I have been enjoying this little deck beyond belief. Sorry. These that do the sideways thing sometimes throw you trying to show them. Excuse me. But this has some really good positive messages, and I just enjoy it thoroughly. Whoops, dropped one, sorry. So that is the Little Yogi Happy Note. I'm so sorry. Good grief. I'm going to get a swig real quick. Sip, sip, guys. Sorry. That deck is adorable. That came off of Temu. But now I've looked all over the internet for that because I thought I like it so well. I would buy a big one. I thought about getting one for Hershey. That's the one I dropped. Sorry. Freedom is when you just don't care what others think about you. Gives still little cute positive messages. That came off Temu. I think this was like $4. I'll look those up and make sure I put the prices on everything if I can find. I'm not sure the Chiro deck is still available, but I'll go on that website and look. Kelly, thank you for coming in. This is the last one I have set up to look at today. It's the Urban Crow Oracle. And I can tell you, I love MJ McCullinane. I'm MJ Cullinane, I think is how you say it, but I'm not going to swear to anything. This is directly from her. I have the signed books and all that go with this set. I had the Crow Oracle, and I am so in love with the Crow Oracle that I bought the Crow Tarot. I bought the Oracle. I bought the Oracle, and I bought her. What is the other one? The Guardian of the Night Tarot. I didn't want to drag it out and talk about it because it's actually tarot, but I did want to show you this book. I have her signed. She signed it for me. I bought her book for the Crow Tarot that goes into depth, and I mean into depth in major ways. This card goes in. This book here. If you have the Crow, I used Crow fine with just the little book that came with it, but this, wow. And then with the Oracle, I'm sorry. I meant to put this down here. The Oracle, I bought this book, and she signed it for me. This is Life Through the Eyes of a Murderer. It's reading the Urban Crow Oracle in pairs. And it goes through this. Oh, thanks, Cheyenne. I think me and you, Cheyenne, have a whole lot of same kind of decks. This book here opens your eyes to, oh, sorry, I have a whole bunch. She sent me a bunch of stuff. She sent me a bunch of posters and all that kind of stuff. And this is one of my guilty splurges. She sent me this nice poster. She signed it for me down here in the corner. Right there. I'm not big on stuff like that, and I didn't ask her to do that. But I was so appreciative that she signed the books and the posters and everything. I didn't even ask for the posters. I just had ordered the book, but I ordered it from her. I know it's available on, I think it's available on Amazon now, but this was in pre-order stage that I ordered it from her. But this is it's a book. Let me see if I can get it halfway focused here. it shows you how to read the oracles in pairs and what they mean when you get the oracles in pairs. Like if two cards fall out at one time. Because I generally shuffle and mine fly. So this is the box for the oracle. It's just a little tuck box, nothing fancy. And I have them on my, all of these live on my little stand. Because I use these frequently. This is the little book that you get with, there you go. That's the book you get with the oracles. It's not anything fancy. And this is your bags. They go perfectly. If you have crow, this is my crow tarot. If you have crow, they go well with the crow. Those stay on my stand. I use those frequently. Oh, the big books, Cheyenne, are fabulous. They have so much more information in them. And I love these oracles. And they do have a keyword down here. You know, this one's insight. I'm going to try not to block the word up. But these go perfectly with the Crow Tarot. And I've used them with other decks. I'm trying to get that in focus. I'll stand still, but I can do it right. Just going to flip through these. I'm not big on spending money for cards for myself a lot, but I get cards as gifts. But I do like to buy cards as gifts and give them to the kids, like Hershey and Brandy. My sister. Oh, did I do that? That was turned backwards. I'm so sorry about that. But I love this Crow. I'm not telling no lies. I love the Crow Tarot and I love the Crow Oracle as pairs. Anybody that loves the Crow Tarot would love this Oracle deck. And it has really good keywords here. Like I read intuitively with this for I don't know how long. I didn't even know there was a big book that came with that. I didn't even know there was a big book that came with that. Sorry, talking about the tarot book. I didn't know there was a big book that came with that. And then I was looking up. I don't know. I think I seen this on a cards coming out or something. And I went to her website, and then I was like, "Oh my god!" She had the book thing, and her was always giving me very good messages. My guides like these cards. That's all I can say, because they will come out talking with Crow in the Oracle. These are gorgeous, and they match the Crow Tarot so well. I mean, you wouldn't only have to use them with that. I know Hershey's got a Crow deck that's just kind of muted. that these would go fine with. So that's those. And I love those. And I love the big books that go with these. I know I kind of hesitated about buying them, but I love the deck so well. I was like, I really want to know about the cards. I really want to go into detail with those. I want to see her perspective, what she thought about when she was creating the cards and that. And she goes into detail about that in her book. And the book's phenomenal. I mean, it's nice pictures, has nice pages. I'm so sorry. I need to move this stuff out here. But the book is huge. The book is huge and it goes into a lot of detail. With this book, it says you can get over 2,900 unique messages. Because I know before I had this book, when two cards would fall out at one time, I would read them as individual cards. Well, not individual, you know what I mean. I would read the message on each card. I mean, you're doing the whole summary on the read, but in that book, it tells the different. Like if you have, I'm just going to do one. So if you have the scavenge and the trickery fall out at the same time, someone who lies or deceives so as to snoop or poke a nose where it doesn't belong. Someone who manipulates a situation so as to rummage through something. The message of the two cards together is someone may be dishonest about their intentions and try to manipulate a situation to gain access to something they are not supposed to have. Their actions hold the potential to break down trust with others. So it gives a different message other than what's on the regular card, which I thought was really cool. So anybody that's interested in those books, I can't speak highly enough. I did, like I said, get mine specifically from MJ Cullinane from her personal website. I often wondered if the Crow Tarot of her website is different from what I have. Because I think this one came off of Amazon. I'm pretty sure that's where I got mine. So that is all of the oracles I was going to talk about today. Did you guys, Cheyenne, you've got both Crow Tarot and the Crow Oracle? Cheyenne, I would love to see your decks, girl. You've got I have on that behind the computer, I have one of those kind of cubicles with baskets in them, but I don't keep any of my tarot in there. It's all like my bills, and I have them filed in the basket, and I have like my crochet, my knitting, my musical books for my musical instruments. Because, see, this is kind of my creative room. I have a dulcimer up there and a ukulele, and my guitar's right there. And there's my guitar. This is kind of my all-purpose room. This is kind of my all-purpose room. So I have like my office set up in here, and I have all of my crafty projects. Um, my stuff for deck for cards and Lord, my music stuff, my video equipment stuff. Um, it's like my multi-purpose room. That's all I can say. And I hide it in the baskets. So I have to put my tarot back here. My baskets are totally full already. I have my gardening stuff in one basket, so it's easy to just grab and take with me when I'm planting out in the yard. And my crochet is all in one thing, so I can just grab it. It's got like all my needles and everything in it, and my uh, knitting. I've been teaching myself how to knit, so I have a basket set up for that. And I have a basket with all like office supplies and all that kind of stuff. But I love the way your office is set up. That is super neat and tidy and zen. Totally zen. I should have put more decks out. Has anybody else messed with this deck? I am curious. It's called, this is off subject, it's called Guardian Tarot. Oh my God. It's called the Guardian Tarot. It's got this little book like this. It's got the little tiny color pictures, but then it gives the messages. I have been playing with this. I haven't had it that long. This is the backs. And of course, I edged mine in purple because they're purple cards. Purple on the back. It's kind of a different deck. But I can tell you, I am getting such good messages with this. Hershey has a deck called Ravenous. When I first picked this deck up, and I'm like, oh my God, this reminds me of something. Hershey has a deck called Ravenous. And in the wings of the dragon on that is some of these kind of pictures. These kind of elemental looking, like these, I'm like, I know I've seen this deck before or something. And that's where it came from. I was showing it to Hershey, and Hershey's like, yeah, that's in Ravenous's wings. Remember, ain't done these. I was like, oh yes, yes. These kind of funny elemental kind of drawings. This. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that deck Ravenous. Yeah, we like elementals. Anyway, this gives such good messages. I just can't even tell you how much I'm enjoying this deck. It's one of my new. Where the heck did I get this deck? I can't even remember where I got this deck. I think I got it off of Amazon. I love this. I used to play cello when I was younger. I love this. So like these drawings like this. This is kind of what's in Ravenous's wings. These like, and I always took it like when I seen that card that he was carrying the messages of the ancestors, the teachings of the ancestors within him. I love that one too. So we were talking about books last week. I'm gonna have to get some books dug out. I was trying to think of the name of the lady that had the jackdaw, and her name's Sybil Leek. It's Sybil Leek. And she actually knew, she had a jackdaw that talked, a crow. Well, it's kin to the crow family. And it talked. And she knew, this is a deep card. She knew, oh my Lord, the dude that did the top. I was talking about that last week. That was her name, Sybil Leek, who said that, she knew him before. She knew him. I love this one. This Ishtar Star and the Owl. These are such cool cards. They're not everybody's cup of tea. I know everybody is not going to like these. I tend to like stuff like this. I'm concentrating. I think what it is I concentrate on what the card is looking at and frees my mind up, gets me out of my mind so I can receive better messages, is what I think it is. I mean, that's just my own, being in my own head. So, what are we talking about? Yeah, Ravenous and Dracon Tarot. That is on the Amazon, and it's not awfully expensive. That Ravenous Tarot is beautiful. Amazon has that one. Rabby, that's her nickname. Anyway, so I know Cheyenne's got a new deck too. How long have you been playing with the Marseilles, Cheyenne? Because Pip decks, me and Pip decks don't usually get along. I know Hershey loves Pip decks, but I am not a Pip deck girl. I can't. I mean, I've tried to read with them. They're not one of my favorites. Let's say that. I'm not going to say I can't read with them. I could give you a basic message, but they don't trigger me off like some other cards do. You've got the Toth deck from Crowley. Let me show you one, Cheyenne, that Hershey loves. I don't know if you ever played with this. Let me get. I'm sorry, I have to stand up. I'm sorry, guys. I don't need to show you. Where's it at? Where did I set that down? Hmm. Wow. I was going to show you the Sun and Moon Tarot. Where did I set it? I'm sure I was playing with it. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. Shelf. Now I can't find anything, and I can't bring that up. Hmm. I might have it in the living room. The Sun and Moon Tarot is about as toughy as I want to get. I'm not big into the top. I mean, I can read with the top. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't know what I did with it. Sun and Moon Tarot. I have no idea where I put it. Sorry about that. I so was going to show you that, but I cannot find it. And I'm not sure where it's at. It's not there. I have those. Okay, so maybe next week I can show you that one, guys. I'm sorry about that. The Sun and Moon Tarot. I'm trying to stay with the oracles first and get them all out of the way. And I'm thinking I'm nowhere near done. Sorry, I've done a lot of oracle decks. I've got a lot of oracle decks. Not Crowley. I know he's kind of misunderstood. I showed you that one book for health study, right, Cheyenne? Didn't I show you that one book? If you wanted to health study, you might not have been here, Cheyenne. It might have been. If you're into health study, this is one of the good books to use for health study. If you've got that big giant book, I'll pull my hair out if I have to mess with that book. That book goes on. Hershey was trying to get through it, and it was driving her crazy. This one is absolutely a beautiful book to work with. This is written by um, Gerd Ziegler. It's written by Gerd Ziegler. And it is for the Aleister Crowley deck. But he gives, like, they have nice pictures. And then he gets to the point with, you know, the indications, questions, suggestions, and affirmations. Gives you the keywords. Gives you all the little keywords right up front. So this makes studying tough a breeze. This little book here. It's a great little book. I would recommend it to anybody. I don't know what's going on with my chatter. There it goes. My internet is acting totally crazy today. My electronics. Oh, you've got that one. I love this little one. If I'd had to read all that big one, I started that big one. I'm like, I'm done. He goes off on tangents in that book and drives me crazy. This one here, I can stick with top with this one. If I have to read that Crowley book, I'll pull my hair out. I prefer the one by Juan Milo Duquette. It's called Understanding the Top Tarot. I have never seen that one. Is it a good book? It's a good book. Yeah, we got onto the story. We got onto the. I don't remember who brought it up about the top. I can read with the top. I just don't read like a normal person reads with it. I read intuitively with it a lot. The toppiest deck I like is this that Sun and Moon Tarot, and it's totally a different kind of a. It's kind of a top base, but it's not got that kind of art on it. So, but it's a good deck. Anybody that's interested in toffee kind of decks, it's a good deck. Yes, Cheyenne, I'm looking forward to your next video in your beautiful room. Hershey, you have to check out Cheyenne's tour of her tarot room. I was like, I want to be there at Cheyenne's. I want to be sitting at Cheyenne's chilling. She's kind of all zen. It's all zen and beautiful. Yeah. You're going to start showing your deck, Cheyenne? I want to see your decks. You've got all of those baskets, and you pulled one out, and it was full of tarot decks. I'm like, I can imagine. Me and you might have some of the same decks, but you like a lot of Marseille too. So I think you're more eclectic like Hershey with the decks. Actually, Crowley, that's what I was talking about with that. I was like, I read a book in school. It was, I actually have that book. I don't have it out. I need to get that out of storage. But she talked about how she had met him as a child and that he was brilliant. He was like a brilliant astrologer. He was, very knowledgeable about magic and things like that. So I said, yeah, the stuff that he wrote when he was younger, the things that were when was younger, I enjoyed. But now his tarot book is horrible. That goes on rants about stuff I can't even get into. I'm like, I can't deal with that. I'm trying to catch up with the chat, guys. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to show things and keep up with the chat. Right. That's the standard Toth deck. That's the standard Toth deck, Thomas, is with the cross on the back. I enjoy the Sun and Moon Tarot. I don't own a Toth deck. Hershey had one when she stayed with me. And sometimes she would say, "Here, TT, read with this on me." And I could put it out there and read, but I read a lot intuitively. Post a full room tour soon. Well, you come on with your bad self, Cheyenne. I'm enjoying your videos. I'm so enjoying your videos. I enjoy you and Thomas. Thomas helps me keep my head updated on the tarot, and I like yours. I loved what you did with that Marseille with the little doll explaining how the cards relate to your main character. Yeah. Hey, Cheyenne, I wanted to ask you a question. What microphone do you use? Do you just use the microphone on your camera, or what do you film with? Because sometimes I have a hard time hearing you. Oh my. I'm so sorry. All of a sudden. Good grief. Something's not agreeing with me back there in this room. Good grief. I'm so sorry, guys. Use your iPhone. Sometimes I have trouble hearing you. I have to pull it up on my TV and turn my TV like almost up to like 100. I think it goes 100 on the volume to hear you really well. I just bought me a little cheap. Look, I bought, when I'm on my computer, I bought me this little cheap one off of Amazon, but it picks up really well. Way better than, like on here, I noticed on some of our videos when I have to use this little laptop, this Acer book thing. I'm just so sorry, guys. Sneezing my head off all of a sudden. Something's not agreeing with me back here. When I have to use this little Acer book, it's the Asus book. It's a little laptop notebook thing. The volume can kind of suck on my videos. So that's why I was trying to get on my computer, and it was working okay. But now today, all of a sudden, I can't get on the computer on the SteamYard. I don't know what the problem was there, but it's fine. My TV wouldn't play earlier, so I don't know if it's in the area because we had some storms going on, or you know how that works. Okay, so that was my decks for today. I'm going to get some more ready for next time. And if you guys have any questions about anything, please feel free to drop them in the comment section or post them on here, and I'm sure I try to keep track of stuff. Yes, sound can be such an issue depending on your device. Like this little laptop thing, I know doesn't pick up sound like my computer, my big computer. But this also does not have a place where you can plug a mic in. It's just a little cheapy Asus. It's more for looking at things, not so much doing, and it doesn't have really any memory on it. So I try not to use this if I don't have to. I have a hard time seeing the chat. It's small, so it's harder for me to work with. And the phone, forget it. I can't even see chat on the phone with my glasses on. So, but thanks, guys, for showing up and giving me some support. And I appreciate you. If you have any questions, any subjects you want me to cover, or if you want to still keep seeing the cards, I can do that. And I'll catch you on Wednesday. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.